As the Democratic Party shifts further to the left on social issues like abortion, apparently so does its leading candidate, Joe Biden. Well, late last week, he flip-flopped on the Hyde Amendment that bans using federal funds like Medicaid for abortions.
For many years as U.S. Senator, I've supported the Hyde Amendment like many others have. But circumstances have changed, and I've been struggling with the problems that Hyde now presents. I can't justify leaving millions of women without access to the care they need.
So for those of you keeping count, that's the third time Biden has flip-flopped on the issue in just the last 2 months. Here with me to discuss is Ralph Reed, chairman of the Faith and Freedom Coalition. Ralph, does Biden even realize how much this is going to hurt him politically, given these recent polls that are out?
I don't know that he does, Laura. You know, this is a position that he's held for 42 years. As a U.S. Senator, Vice President, and three-time presidential candidate, he has consistently, steadfastly, and unapologetically said that even as abortion was legal, that he didn't believe that devout, faithful Roman Catholics, evangelicals, and other pro-life Americans should be forced to subsidize it with their tax dollars. That's been the post-Roe consensus in this country over 2 generations and 7 presidential administrations. To be clear, no administration since Roe has ever done what he's proposing, and he flip-flopped and folded like a cheap suit after only 24 hours of criticism from the pro-abortion lobby and left-wing activists on Twitter, and it raises into question, is there anything he won't say or do to win this nomination?
Well, they used to call John Kerry the flip-flopper, but I think he's going to rival Kerry in this category. By the way, people on the left and even some supposed, Republican types, media types, they're all going after Biden. Let's watch.
Biden's best day was his campaign launch, but right now he is giving me Jeb Bush acid reflux.
I can just tell you that I've always known what I've thought on this issue.
We've just sort of seen this weird flip-flop.
It was a flip-flop flip, which is never a good thing in politics, and it raises questions about his own performance.
Don't you get the sense that, kind of the fix is in for Biden? I'm getting that slow roll feeling, Ralph, that this is ultimately not going to end well for him. I mean, people think he's a shoo-in for the nomination. I'm not so sure.
I'm going to let them figure out who their nominee is. I'm not in the prediction business, but Laura, I'll tell you this. If you go back and you look at how Hillary Clinton flip-flopped on her support for the Iraq War, on her support for the TPP, the Pacific Trade Agreement, which she said was the gold standard, and then changed her position entirely.
Yeah.
On the crime bill, which Biden also supported, and he's beginning to flip-flop on. It raises the question of someone who lacks core beliefs, lacks authenticity, and it will hurt him in the general.
You can't do it. You just can't be so blatant about it. Ralph, thanks so much. Coming